MoxiEngage integration process using Google Workspace. MoxiEngage integrates directly with your brokerage's Google Workspace, formerly known as G Suite or GAPS, to provide your agents and support staff with consistent and convenient access to their information, while also eliminating any need to enter in the same information multiple times. MoxiEngage uses a service account as an API client to synchronize data and perform actions on behalf of individual users. Each MoxiEngage user account has an email address that corresponds to a mailbox on your Google Workspace account. All integration actions are performed within the context of a single given mailbox. MoxiEngage never requires administrative access to your Google Workspace account, so an email administrator in your company organization will need to perform some tasks before MoxiEngage can be used. In this video, we will walk through how to set up your service account credentials, how to enable the required APIs, and how to authorize your service account as an API client. At the end of this video, you will be able to provide MoxiWorks with both the service account key in JSON format and a regular user email address we can use for testing. Creating your service account credentials. To create your Google service account credentials with an owner role, you'll first need to log in to your Google Cloud platform. This can be found at cloud.google.com/console. Next, you'll want to choose Select a Project. Then select your organization's Google Workspace identifier from the drop-down list. You may only have one, but if you have more than one, select that now. Next, select New Project. In the project name field, you'll want to enter a meaningful project name, something like MoxiEngage Integration. Then select Create. Next, we'll select our 3-line button in the upper left corner, scroll down to APIs and Services, and then choose Credentials. If you have more than one project, you may see all of them shown here, like I have. In this case, select the project you've just created, and then choose Create Credentials. If you do not have more than the one project you just created, you'll land on this screen directly and then can select Create Credentials. From this menu, we'll select Service Account. Give your service account a name, like MoxiEngage. Then choose the Create and Continue button. From the Select a Role drop-down menu, choose Owner. Then choose Continue. At this stage, we can now select Done. Next, we'll create our key for our MoxiEngage service account in JSON format. Select Manage Service Accounts from the right-hand side. Then from the Actions menu, select Manage Keys. To add a key, choose Add Key from the drop-down menu, and then select Create New Key. Make sure you choose the key type of JSON, and then select Create. We can then save this to our local computer. And remember where you've saved this, as you'll need to provide this information to MoxiWorks. Enabling all required APIs. MoxiEngage synchronizes with a user's contacts and contact details, their calendar events and appointments, and sends certain messages through the user's mailbox. All of these actions require the appropriate APIs to be enabled. Let's first look at the Gmail API. Note right now, you have already created the credentials necessary for MoxiEngage to use this API, so you can ignore any warnings or prompts that would lead you to create any additional credentials. To access the Gmail API, we'll go back up to our 3-line button, choose API and Services, and then choose Library. From library, we can search our APIs and services, and in this case, we'll just type in Gmail. Then choose Gmail API. And from here, we'll select Enable. That's it. Next, let's take a look at the Calendar API. Again, we'll go to our 3-line menu button, select API and Services, and then choose Library. We'll search our API and Services for Calendar. Then we'll choose the Google Calendar API and select Enable. And finally, we'll go through these same steps to enable the People API. Let's select our 3-line button, choose APIs and Services, and then choose Library. In this case, we'll search our API and Services for People. We'll then select Google People API, and then choose Enable. We have now enabled all the required APIs so that MoxiEngage can synchronize with the user's contacts, calendar, and email. Authorizing your service account as an API client. To complete this last step of authorizing your service account as an API client, you'll need to go to your admin page. You'll want to navigate to admin.google.com. From the side menu, select Security, and then choose API Controls. From the API Controls page, locate the Domain-Wide Delegation section and select Manage Domain-Wide Delegation. Next, choose Add New. We'll need to locate the MoxiEngage Service Account Client ID in the JSON file we saved earlier. Open your JSON file in a text editor. Then locate your client ID. Copy this and return to your domain-wide delegation window and paste your ID in the client ID box. Next, in the OAuth Scopes section, you'll want to add in some specific text. You can copy and paste this text from the help article included underneath this video, but for now, I'll type this in here quickly. Then select Authorize. Verify that your MoxiEngage service account is displayed in the list of API clients. You've now completed the MoxiEngage integration process using your Google Workspace. Remember to create an email address for MoxiWorks to use for testing purposes and to provide both the email and the JSON information directly to MoxiWorks.